Welcome back. Reality shows have become such a phenomenon around the world. I think even in the United States, it's probably the biggest genre of television now. There's so many formats of it, and Nigeria is not lost in the in the trend. We have from Big Brother, Project Fame. There's so many of them as well, and they have birthed quite a few stars and celebrities who have gone on to make a name for themselves in entertainment and other sectors. But we've also had the other side of the story, which never really gets told sometimes, or when it gets told, we don't necessarily understand the extent as to why that side of the story exists. I have here with me two reality stars who are going to be helping me understand, what the mindset is for both of them. Before another from Big Brother Niger, thanks for being here today.
Thank you so much.
And of course, Olawale Ojo, thanks for being here today from Project Fame.
Yeah, thank you.
I want to start with you because you made the news recently.
Okay.
There was a video that sort of went viral, I believe. I think it was last week.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And where you talked about how things have turned out for you.
Okay.
You won Project Fame.
Yes.
That's a lot of people's dreams.
Yeah.
This was in 2014, I believe.
2013.
2013.
Yeah.
What did you win as a prize? Let's start with that.
An SUV, 5 million naira, then a recording contract.
5 million naira, an SUV, and a recording contract.
Yes.
Then what happened after that?
Then Project Life happened. After Project Fame, then you face Project Life, and a lot of people feel like the way, and that's what happens to us most importantly, because the way you get applauded when you perform in the Project Fame house and everything, the way you get fans cheer you up on everything, you feel that's how it's going to be in real life. But it's not like that, trust me. Out there you see that some people don't even like the fact that you won the competition. Some people come face to face and tell you, you don't deserve to win, you understand, that kind of stuff. But basically, a lot of things have happened after that. And personally, I thought it was going to be from Project Fame, then I was just going to blow up like that. That was what I expected. That was what everybody thought. Because I put out an album immediately after the show. In
2013 or 2014?
I think 2014,
yes.
Yeah. That was part of the contract. I featured Tiwa Savage, I featured Scales, I featured Lil Kesh on the album. I shot 2 videos. And, everything just started playing out like that until it got to a stage when life hit me and things were not just, working out the way I thought they would. And I was like, okay. Everybody knows that there's no money that does not finish. Do you understand? So, and we all know how expensive.
In Nigeria.
Yeah, we all know how expensive it is to be in the entertainment industry. Because if you have 100 million, it can sink. Do you understand? Like that. So, basically, when the money finished, I told myself, what am I going to do? A lot of friends told me, why can't you just go back to Ibadan and go and sit in your father's house? I'm like, are you serious? Is that the plan? No, that's not it. I'm a fighter. I've always been a fighter. When I was in university, even though my dad, was the one paying my school fees, I still had a shop. I was repairing phones. I was making extra bucks for myself. So I was like, okay, right now that music is not paying, how can I just survive? I need to survive. I need to, do a lot of things. And, for a short while, I won't lie about that. I felt depressed for some time. I was like, oh, what am I going to do about this? But I told myself, okay, what do you have? I looked around me and I just realized this is my reality right now. What can I do? This car, why can't you just start working with it? I had the option of giving it to someone to probably drive for me. Then I'm like, it's not like I'm probably doing shows every day. I'm not busy. So why would I just sit down at home and give somebody else to drive my car and make money because I'm a Project Fame winner? I mean, I'm human.
So how long have you been, so you became quote unquote a cab?
Yeah.
Basically a cab driver. How long have you been doing that for?
Let's say a couple of months.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Lagos?
In Lagos, yes.
If you were on Big Brother, so you haven't been out for that long as he's been.
Yeah.
It's been a couple of months for you. Can you relate to his story? I mean, the buzz is still on, I want to believe, with you and your fellow housemates. But can you see some sort of similarities with anything he said?
Yes, I mean, judging from previous contestants on the show, you can tell that because it seemed like they didn't have proper planning of how they were going to utilize the Big Brother platform, today almost nobody remembers them. So I feel like before going on to a show like that, whatever reality show it is, you should have a plan. If I do not win this money, if I win the money, what am I going to do with the platform after coming out of the house. Now, before going into Big Brother, I actually won an award as an actress. I was producing content and all of that. But coming out of the house, I wasn't really getting the sort of scripts that I wanted. Now, I didn't just want to sit back and wait for people to call me to make appearances or host events, you know, and that would be like my only source of livelihood. So what did I do? I launched my hair care line, Beautiful and Nada. Now, another thing that helped me very well, executing that plan was that before going into the house, I already had a plan, which is essential. Now, most people go to reality TV shows without having a plan, like I said earlier on, so you need to have a plan. So because I already knew that I was going to come out of the house and mind my business, basically, my beauty line, Beautiful and Nada, I was in that house, and I was strategic about certain things I did, like wearing my natural hair, almost all through, even though I had wigs I went into the house with. So yeah, I mean, if you don't know how to manage a platform well, if you don't have a plan that you had before going into the house, you probably come out and go back to the life that you were coming from before the reality TV show.
Do you agree it's completely a plan issue? Do you think it's possible to also have a plan and it doesn't work out? Did you have a plan?
I didn't have a plan.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, the competition was my first time of attempting was my first attempt at any competition in Nigeria. And I wanted to just, we're on strike then. I wanted to just, okay, let me hear other people's opinion about my singing.
You didn't think you were going to win?
I didn't, never. Like, I was just that boy, street boy, that kind of thing. But when it happened, I was like, okay, how am I going to go about this? I made a few mistakes at some point because, just like she said, having a plan is key, But my plan wasn't really concrete because I never thought I was going to win. But I tried to do what I could do, but it didn't work out. That's just the truth, yeah.
Yeah. You talk a lot about, having a plan, and which is what I was asking him as well. Do you find that it's a burden, though, going on a show like this? Because I know that's one of the biggest issues you had, like you said. So you are now famous, and then you will have downtimes, but nobody really cares about it.
It is a burden, know.
I'm looking even financially now, because nobody cares, oh, why are you driving a cab?
Yes.
It's this burden on you now, where you have to keep up appearances, and you're not probably even making as much money as the appearances.
It is a lot of burden. I mean, I was lucky during my time in the house. I actually won a competition that saw me become like a millionaire.
Came in at
you know what I mean? So yeah, but even beyond that, it is a burden because you're on social media. There are, for my set, we're about 20 of us. You have the media houses constantly comparing people, pitching housemates against each other's fan base against the other fan base. So yeah, it's a lot of pressure. I mean, like I said, keeping up appearances, basically. If you don't have a good team working with you, if you don't have your head in the right place, you would be depressed. Sometimes I literally have to go off social media. So this is what I do. I post and I just go off social media because you go on the Explore page and if you're not seeing yourself, you're like, what's happening? Like, are people not talking about me somewhere? Like, am I not doing something right? So yeah, what matters is that you know how to handle it. You condition your mind to basically just do what is right.
I like you said that because, I mean, talking about you now and Big Brother 2018, a lot of people have said that most of the drama that's happening now comes a lot from the fans. A lot of the fans keep pitching people against each other. There's a lot of, oh, you are not doing this. Look at the person I support who's doing so well, Do you find that they have gotten into your heads, actually? Because people think there's fights, and I'm deviating a lot from the conversation.
Yeah.
People think there's fights, but it's actually mostly the fans fighting, and it just feels like maybe you guys have now bought into it.
Yes, I mean, the fans are definitely not helping, definitely not helping issues. Most of the time you come on social media and because this person doesn't like you, they drag you to God knows where because you're doing something they feel like, it's against their favorite. And yes, I'm not going to speak from anybody's point of view, but from my own experience, sometimes it has almost got into my head. When I come on social media and it seems like this fan base is attacking me and I want to really say some things, and then I probably end up on some very famous blog that, you and I know about. So yeah, in real life, the housemates are not carrying machetes and, pitchforks and fighting against each other. It's mostly the fan base. And I feel like to some extent we could actually influence our fan base because you're an influencer, they listen to you. So you could just, come and say something.